the deck was capable of doing really busted things with like the Tolarian Academy, Gaia's Cradle, tokeny things, but if the planets didn't align, it was just like a random assortment of crap. Welcome to another Magic Online Vintage Cube Draft. We're going to see if we could do a little bit better here. The last time we ended up with 2 wins, which was a little disappointing given I thought I played better. Here in our 3rd recorded video, we might try to do something a little bit spicy. I've had my eye on kind of a token theme thing, which I think is a sleeper in the format, but let's obviously see what the packs send our way and what people send our way, and we make our decision based on what the draft table wants us to do. So hopefully the audio is coming through well this time. I've had a little bit of audio issues, but work in progress. And we got one more person in the queue. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can see some power. See if we can find a good direction. Perhaps even a throbbing direction. Oh, Academy? There's a Tinker. Not a whole lot else. There's a Sword, but I think starting on Academy here is pretty nice. Maybe we could wheel a Tinker. I don't know how often Tinker wheels, but I definitely would prefer having an Academy. Pack one, pick one at least. Alright, so we'll take this if you can cut some artifacts. Oh, although now, well, the best cards in the pack here are Caracas, Scalding Tarn, Flage. I think I've been really impressed with Ursine Monstrosity, especially on the other side of the battlefield. With the Academy first pick, I'm kind of tempted to take like a Workshop or a Metamorph. They're like, I mean, Workshop could be great, but in a vacuum, just Tarn and Caracas are so much better. I'm just going to take Caracas. I don't really want to be passing Caracas here for a Workshop that may or may not work out. Tarn is also great, but Caracas is just busted. All right, now what do we have here? We have Talisman, a Mother of Runes, not a whole lot. I guess Wandering Emperor, Lord Ledger Shredder, those Baleful Mastery kind of random things I might be interested in. But between Mom and Talisman, I think I'd rather take the Talisman at this point. Mom is a better card. But if I want to make this Academy work, I'm going to need to prioritize artifacts. And who knows? We'll see what happens. So this is our speculative Academy. A strong speculation. We can make it work, unless we're like really cut off of artifacts. If we're really cut off of artifacts, well, we're going to have to find another way. All right, now here we've got Ugin and Coveted Jewel as kind of artifact-y type cards. Scrubland's a good land. Probe is a great card that goes in every deck. Epiphany's okay. I think the Ugin is one of the primary payoffs for artifacts, it feels. And I love the Jewel, but the Jewel could be very dangerous without, Balance's Wrath of Gods, or my favorite, the Displacer Kitten. I think if I had a Kitten, I would take the Jewel over the Ugin. In a vacuum, I'm going to take the Ugin. Now here, there's Bauble, Storm Chaser's Talent, Planisphere, Mokti, Attainment Priest. It's a pretty oppressive card. I think I'm going to take the Bauble because it's going to allow for some pretty busted Academy starts, potentially. Now here, there's a Show and Tell, which, I think everyone realizes how bad Show and Tell is at putting creatures into play. But I think it's actually underrated for putting artifacts into play, things like Portal, things like Bolas' Citadel. Obviously, we don't have any of those things yet, and we're potentially not even wheeling a Tinker. That being said, I'd probably just end up taking Palantir, just increase my artifact count, and it's also a good card that often can just randomly win. Gobin I wouldn't mind having, Windswept Heath I wouldn't mind having. Yeah, we'll take the Palantir, kind of see if we can stay the course here with artifacts. We already have the Ugin, so that'll be really nice if we can make sure that we're playing this Academy. Otherwise, we're tearing up most of our first 2 picks here, so let's see what happens. Hopefully, we can wheel a couple more cheap artifacts. I really wouldn't mind seeing that Tinker wheel. You can wheel that Tinker and that coveted jewel, then it's just wide open. And I could slam any kittens I see, any citadels I see. If Tinker and Jewel don't come back, we might have problems. What's going on over here? Who's hogging all the packs? Andy Wilson is hogging all the packs. Old AFK Andy Wilson. No, I don't know what that is. Alright, what do we got here? There's Blightsteel if the Tinker comes around. I don't love Blightsteel. I feel like the fact that you have to untap with it means that often they can beat you before you kill them or find a way to deal with it. I think I'd rather actually just take the Mike Stone and the Weak Stone. I wouldn't mind the Portable Hole, the Fatal Push, or even the Consider, but Mike Stone and Weak Stone is a very nice card to have access to in this deck. Well, now we have the boots for that Blightsteel. I don't think the Blightsteel is going to wheel, but I also don't particularly see myself wanting any of these cards. Maybe the Riverfire Verge, but I feel like we can find better red-blue lands. We don't even have any red-blue cards yet, so I'm going to take the boots. It's also a cheap artifact for our artifact count. It's a nice cheap way to potentially trigger Displacer Kittens. And now if we wheel Tinker and Blightsteel, we'd actually play the Blightsteel because we have a source of haste. But we'll see. We might end up cutting the boots and the Blightsteel. But so far, the artifacts are a little slim pickings. Hopefully that's just because of what was opened and not because of what's being taken to my right. Could be in a position where I'm not getting a lot from the right and I pass some to the left. That's going to put people in. Alright, here's the wheel. There wasn't anything we were particularly likely to wheel in this pack. I guess we could just take like a Dark Slick Shores. Cut down Lingering Souls would all be in consideration. I don't find I'm black that often in artifacts, but if I'm going to have black cards, I'd rather have the mana first than just kind of a mediocre black removal spell. I mean, Cut Down's not bad. It's really good against aggro, but it's a dead card some amount of the time. Alright, Metamorph wheeled. Workshop did not. A little worrisome, but we didn't pass anything that's good with Workshop. So if we continue to cut artifacts here, there's a good chance that we'll scare the people to our left out. We'll still have to see if that Tinker wheeled. Oh, I think... Was this the Tinker pack? I don't think so. Maybe it was the next one. I think we'll take a Baleful Mastery. Oh, I could actually take a second Tolarian Academy. Oh no, it's still legendary though, right? Yeah. Alright, I'll take a Baleful Mastery. So it could be the people to our left just tried to get into Tinker. Here, I'll take a Scrub Land. Don't get the Tinker or the Show and Tell. It's not the end of the world. You don't need to play those cards really to have an artifact deck. The important things are like Ursa. Ursa? What did I say? Urza. Not Ursa. This isn't Dota. Important things would be like Urza. Oh, the Jewel didn't come around. Okay. We don't need those. Those are the cards I like, but they're not necessarily the best cards in the set or in the archetype. Retrofitter's great. Urza's great. Ooh, Stormchaser's Talent and Containment Priest. This is only instants and sorceries. Yeah. I'll take in Containment Priest. Really good sideboard card. Could potentially even main deck it. Could play Parallax Wave with it. Yeah, none of those cards I was interested in wanted. Okay, we're going to have a little bit of competition over some artifacts here. We'll see maybe in pack 2 if we've successfully cut the people to our left out, in which case we should see a good number of them. If we don't, then, well, this could be a rough draft. We do have kind of one of the best artifact payoffs. I think we passed Workshop, Tinker, maybe one Talisman, Blightsteel, Coveted Jewel, and basically no other artifact related cards. So it'd be hard to imagine someone close to our left really staying the course on artifacts. You never know, it's Magic Online, people do weird things. One might say that I'm doing a weird, stubborn thing here. There's some options here. Time Twister's nice, especially if I can wheel and Narset. Attack Faden's solid. Fiery Confluence is good. Fetch Land's good. Currently fetches for white-black, but not too hard to turn it onto more colors than that. I think I kind of want to take the Twister. We have outs to generate obscene amounts of mana. And if we could wheel this Narset's not a very high pick. We could have a little bit of Twister Narset action. Now what do we have here? Memory Lapse, Flooded Strand, Path to Exile, Top, Watery Grave. Huh. I wouldn't mind taking the top. We're already not going to be tinkering out Citadel, which means top has a little bit less value than it sometimes has. The top is good with Ugin. Another cheap land for Academy. I think I kind of want to take the Flooded Strand. I mean, the Memory Lapse, the Path, and the top were all great. I'm going to take the Flooded Strand. Oh. Well now. Hunter's obviously great. Prismatic Ending's good. Shelldog's good. Steam Vents is good. But I almost feel like I want to dip my toe into those tokens I was talking about. I mean, obviously this is pretty far afield from what I'm doing now. But if I get like a retro, if I get the warp 3/3 that makes tokens, this could actually kind of go off. Let's take it. Also seems like it's going to be a little bit challenging to get a dedicated artifact deck going here. All right, now Mind Stone seems pretty important. I wouldn't mind the Gadgeteer, but we don't have anything that works with it. We're really going to want something here to do. Expedition Map gets Academy. There's Brain Freeze in case we want to gamble on LED Breach. We're obviously pretty far away from all those things. I think I'll take the map here. Works well on both sides of Academy in that it finds it, and it's also a cheap artifact. Plan is to spike an absurd mana into Time Twister hand. Or potentially some like Elspeth retrofitter things. Hopefully we can get a retrofitter. How good is Elspeth without synergy? It's pretty mediocre. Not bad, actually. But... Alright, Spell Bomb. Seems pretty good. What does Appa do? Airbend any number of permanents I control. Oh, this makes tokens. Airbend all my artifacts, replay them all, make a bunch of tokens. Also a Flash 3/4 flyer, which is not nothing. I think I want to take the Spell Bomb, though. And now there's Saheeli. Okay, Saheeli can make a ton of tokens. Tokens are also great with Academy, so that seems pretty easy. Stealth Mastery seems pretty likely to make the deck. We got 3 black sources already without swamps. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? Who's hogging all the packs this time? Wait, did I have it wrong? Was Andy not the one hacking? Was he the one passing? Who's hogging? Andy is now the one hogging. Andy and dies to Ice Beam. Ice Beam, Ice Beam. A microphone directly in my face. Okay, maybe that's better. Excuse me. Oh, Skydiver's nice. Do I ever play Samwise? Probably not. Telos isn't great. You can't really make Grief work very easily in this deck. Yeah, let's just take a Skydiver, I guess. Certainly not getting the payoffs. I wonder if passing the workshop just puts people... Like, how much are you supposed to just force an archetype in this? I feel like you're supposed to draft signals and take the better cards, but I don't know. Passed up a workshop, a Blightsteel, and a Tinker, and no other artifacts, and still getting cut off. Oh, wow. It's a late deck, late Arid Mesa. We have Flooded Strand already. I wouldn't mind taking Soulblight Lantern. Oh. I don't want to take Dak or Mesa. I'm going to take the Mesa. I don't know. Lands are just so good. And then here, I mean, I guess we could take a Voice Directory. Doesn't seem to go that great with artifacts, but it goes well with Elspeth. It's good out of the sideboard against like a control deck. And I don't really want anything else, so. Alright, we're a little ways away from having a good deck. Steam Vents. Fetchable off Arid Mesa, that's nice. I don't care too much about Tarfire. I certainly don't want any of those green cards. It does feel like I'm getting cut, but I don't know why that would be the case. Here's our first fetchable Surveil land. I don't really care about Gush that much. I take Suplex. Actually, maybe I just should take some interaction. Red's pretty easy to come by with Flooded Strand, Arid Mesa, Steam Vents. Pretty good interaction. I mean, it's only sorcery speed, but it hits a couple of different axes. Pyrokinesis. Do I take Cradle? And I've got like Sahili, Elspeth. I mean, there's a chance I can make Cradle work. I feel like I'm not going to have a ton of cards for this Pyrokinesis. Oh, Appa and Expressive Iteration. I think normally I would take the Iteration, but the fact that I just took Cradle, maybe I just lean into this tokens thing a bit. Especially if we're like getting really cut hard on artifacts. I mean, we could still play the base of artifacts we have. We have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's not an awful number to have with Academy. I'll probably pick up a couple more incidentally. Play somewhere in between tokens and artifacts. Sorry, Hogak. Not today. Narset didn't come around. Makes this Time Twister a little bit less appealing. I still think we play it though, because we're capable of generating large amounts of mana, even without power. We could potentially play Voice of Victory and Containment Priest. What do we have now? I mean, Gut is really good. Is it too late to use Tezzeret properly? I mean, I don't have anything to untap really. I guess Mightstone. I could find a Spellbomb to go find Academy. I could find Boots. It was awkward when you start off an artifact and like you don't even want Tezzeret. It's like, how possible is it to kind of pivot to more of a token-y kind of deck? I mean, we need Sahili to be contributing to that cause. I don't know, I'll just take Gut. Gut's gonna be a good card regardless. Should be castable. Oh, Clamp. Remand, Fractured Identity, Clamp, Baleful Strix, Miscalc. These are all things I wouldn't mind. How much clamping can we do, really? 1, 2, 3. Potentially clamp away a Skydiver. I think the world where I'm kind of straddling tokens and artifacts, Clamp becomes very good. Oh, there's Pinnacle Emissary now. I kind of wanted to take the Saga, but Pinnacle Emissary is probably like way too important given everything else I've got going on here. They're like very firmly in this kind of like artifact-y, token-y kind of thing. I can get like the Elspeth make 2 skeletons off Gut thing going. That'd be pretty sweet. Look, what do we have in terms of card draw? We have Palantir, Time Twister, Mightstone. It's a weird one. Probably would want to cut this if we can. Any good with Gut? No. Choose a background. Didn't even realize it had this line of text on it. Well, there's Portal for the Tinker that we didn't get, and Thopter Foundry for the sword that we didn't take. That's kind of rough. We take Jace, we take Thraben Inspector, we take Lose Focus. I think it's going to be too hard to cast this portal. We basically have to have Academy. Show and Tell and Portal went. Back one. I mean, I don't know. The rest of this stuff's like not even that great. I think, I don't know. I think I'll try to take the portal. I don't feel great about it. Oh, now there's an Upheaval, Jite, Luris, Cathar Commando, Sink Into Stupor, Fairy Mastermind. All of these are playable. I mean, how likely can we Upheaval? Not that easy. Like, how, like, we just, our whole game plan depends on this Tolarian Academy. We could play Luris to go with Caracas and buy back Bauble, Spellbomb, Mindstone. We do some things. And now we have Copter, Glimmerlens, Witch Enchanter. Glimmerlens makes tokens, or no? Or do we just want Copter? I mean, this is also an artifact. Copter can help me loot through my deck a bit. Well, so can Glimmerlens. I don't have that much to actually crew the Copter with. Okay, so this is 23 right now. We're probably not playing the Lava Spur boots, so we can cut that and go down to 22. And then we just like really desperately need to find Academy every game. Well, I mean, there's certainly better artifact decks and better token decks than this, and there's better artifact token decks. But this deck is capable of doing things. I just need the stars to align a little bit. Now, what do we have? Giver, Fabled Passage, Magda. Magda's kind of interesting, actually. Didn't take the Copter, but Clamp it. It can make gut tokens. It can ramp out an Elspeth. Giver's good, but how many creatures am I really protecting? Gut? I don't know. I kind of want to try this. Maybe it's crazy. Maybe it's crazy like a fox. If I could wield a Copter, that'd be fantastic. Maybe I just end up cutting this portal. Yeah, seeing the Maga makes me regret taking the Glimmerlens over the Copter. Now we have some options here. Epicure is nice with Gut and with Clamp. Air Temple's not bad. Apparition's always nice. Probably cutting this portal in favor of one of these things. Take a starting town. I don't know how good this cradle is. It's a little loose. I might take the starting town. Just help make sure that I can cast all my Jeskai stuff. I guess we don't need Dark Slick Shores. We can cut Baleful Mastery. Probably a little too greedy. I guess technically we could bring back... Actually, you know what? Maybe we are playing this Voice of Victory now. And then maybe either the Portal or the Containment Priest. I feel like starting with the Portal and then seeing how things go. This is such a weird one. 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11-ish artifacts. Take a Soul Quadrant. Soul Cauldron, we could take Spellbinder, take a Triome. Soul Cauldron could be another nice hate card. Doesn't really do anything with our current cards, but it's a nice hate card. Wings of Abandon, do we ever want Katara? No, we're not really a control deck. The Wings of Abandon. Legion Extruder we could play. Actually can make a lot of things with the Elspeth and the Healy and everything. Maybe we're back to cutting Portal. Do we want this Cradle? Cradle and Academy are interesting. I mean, it makes Expedition Map a lot better to have both options. And if one starts going, the other one's also going to go pretty often. Between Emissary and Saheeli. Do we waste to actually convert that mana into something? I mean, Lurrus, Time Twister, some card draw of like looping stuff with Lurrus. I don't know, ramping out a Ugin. Doctor Foundry's here. There's a non-token artifact. I don't think we're in the business of sacrificing non-token artifacts. But we don't have anything for Stoneforge. And oh, now we have something for Stoneforge. We might play this Jite actually. We should have taken the Stoneforge. We don't need the Stoneforge. Is Jite just really good here? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Should have a decent number of artifacts now. What are we going to cut here? Airbending, Might and Weakstone's kind of interesting. Airbending to save Lurrus or the Gut could be interesting. Airbending to reset a Metamorph could be interesting. Do we ever play 16 lands here? 16 lands with Ugin? I mean, we basically need Academy to cast Ugin regardless. 2 of our lands might not tap for mana in some cases. Oh, no, I mean, Academy's always tapping for mana. Is Cradle tapping for mana often enough? I don't know what I would cut, really. I could cut the Cradle. I don't know, it seems good. Can we run 16 lands? With a Cradle and an Academy? How crazy is that? Are these cards bad? These cards all seem pretty good. I mean, Palantir's a little slow. It's one of the only pieces of card draw we have. We have Ugin, Mightstone, Skull Clamp. Actually, maybe with Clamp we have a lot of ways. You know what? I think I'm okay with cutting the Palantir, actually. So let's see what we're looking like in terms of sources. So if we run it like, well, we don't need black. If we run it like this, let's say we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 sources of white. That's good. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sources of blue, which is pretty good. And then red is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sources of red. Red is actually a little light. And we need red or blue for Saheeli. Trim on a white, add a red. 8 plus 9 is 17. Are we hurting our mana too much with this Cradle? Kind of need red and white early. 1, 2, 3. Or we don't need scrub land, do we? White, 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 white. There, Mesa flooded strand. Yeah, we don't need scrub land. Blue. And this is red or blue. So this would be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 red. That's a little bit better. And then white is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 white. Is okay. Oh, do we need black for Luris? No, it's just black. Well, we can play Dark Side Shores over an island, I guess. That helps with Luris. Excuse me. All right, and then 4, 5, 6. Wait, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 blue. Seems okay. And we just cut an island for Dark Side Shores. Scrubland doesn't help Luris. It doesn't really help with anything else. Okay. All right. It's not the most exciting deck, but I think it can win some games, especially it's capable of good draws, it's capable of grinding out, has some interaction. As long as we don't just get like completely owned by our own mana, I think we have pretty good play. All right, so let's save it, and we'll see you in round 1. All right, welcome to round 1 here with this kind of weird Jeskai artifact token kind of deck. We've got turn 2 Magda into Gut, which could be very, very good if our opponent doesn't have fast mana. Also potentially do some Magda Academy action to maybe mill or to ramp out a Mightstone. Opponent's mulliganing to 5. I think we'll lead on Island here because we don't want our only red source stripped and we don't want our Dark Side Shores wastelanded. Ooh, birds. That is not a slow start. All right, they have 3 cards left. Hopefully none of them are Ursine Monstrosity. And now I guess we could lead on Mountain. Bolt the bird? Wish I could. Okay. Opponent's got 3 mana. Tap land I like. And Demonic Tutor. Uh-oh. Am I getting comboed off this early? Demonic Tutor, Birds of Paradise is an interesting combination. I feel like that usually means they're going to get like Strip Mine, Ice Till Explorer stuff going. That being said, they have to deal with a Magda first. Let's see, next turn we can play Gut and get in with Magda and a 4-1. Oh, yeah, there's the walk-in closet. Okay. I was right about the type of deck. Is walk-in the only thing they got? Okay. That is fine. So I think here we're going to go Gut with Magda. And then this should put a lot of pressure. Let's make sure we stack the triggers correctly. And then let's send in with a 4-1 and a 2-1. And I could map for a Cradle next turn, because Cradle's already basically online pretty strongly. The opponent's also under a lot of trouble. We got the red aggro part of the deck here. The walk-in closet's just getting smaller and smaller. Him to Torok. That's fine. Doesn't deal with what's on board very well. And now, we just send and keep the pressure up. Let's make sure we stack the triggers correctly. We always healed Magda. We will sack the treasure token. Send a big beat down opponent's way. They're quickly running out of time here. They're chumping with birds. So now we could expedition map and put a cradle in hand. Cradle doesn't really do much, so why don't we just play land, play exhibition map, and then pass. And then we can hide the cradle for now. Opponent's going to need some kind of a sweeper here. Another reason we didn't really want to fetch cradle just yet. Okay. Well, that was a very brutal beatdown off the back of Magda Gut against an opponent who multi-5, and they're playing him to Turok lands. So Jund lands with some amount of disruption. That's actually a pretty frightening proposition for me, given that so much of my deck's power level is relying on Tolarian Academy and Gaia's Cradle, and Caracas for that matter. We want to play like Soul Cauldron. Deal with their lands package. I think it's probably worth it. Do we need Ugin? Ugin's pretty good, but it might be hard to get to that kind of mana, especially if we get our lands interacted with. So why don't we swap out Ugin for Soul Cauldron? Kind of shores up a weakness and also attacks their game plan a bit. And then I think the rest is still castable enough. Alright, do it again too. See if opponent can keep 7. Maybe have a little bit better of a showing. Although honestly, against Magda Gut, the mulligan's not a problem. The problem is just those cards are absurd together, especially Gut. I actually think Gut should be taken out of the cube. I feel like it's just too oppressive and too swingy, both at the same time. Alright, this is an interesting hand. I think we could keep. It's a little slow, but once we get to like turn 3, Academy can start making decent amounts of mana. We're still a colored pip away from Luris. And also, just most of these cards aren't quite doing anything yet. Oh, that helps. Okay. So out of the lands here, the one we're most happy to get strip mined is probably Island. So we'll start on Island. Alright, Urborg is out. And Hintatorok. Oh boy. Mindstone and Jite. Well, that's a little mean. Okay, let's just play a mountain and then pass. And I think next turn we might like play plains, cast Gut, and sack the expedition map. Or do we actually want to go expedition map to find another white or black land? That might be worth it. We can get Luris down. And we can start replaying these things from the yard. Probably better than just making a 4-1, I think. In that case, actually, I guess it's still fine the way that I did that. Oh, first play lands? No. So I'll just grab a plains then. Otherwise, I would have grabbed a fetch just to put more things in the yard. Oh, well. We want to play off curve. I think probably worth it because this actually gives me something to do with Gut. So we lose a mana here, but this just sequences much better. And also potentially draws removal away from Luris and or Gut. Mind twist. Not Luris. Oh, geez, that's brutal. Okay, well, the disruptive deck disrupted me, that's for sure. It's a little punished for not trying to get Luris into play. Now I guess we play Bauble, play Academy, start attacking here. We could have Baubled first. We'll Bauble on their turn. Yeah, the Mind Twist was a little brutal. Him into Mind Twist. If we could have kept Luris, fine. Maybe I should have played the Plains on turn 2 and just cast Luris on turn 3 off of cracking the map. It didn't seem like I was in that big of a rush to get Luris down, but I guess in hindsight, I should have been. Oh geez, they're tutoring. It's a little scary. Are they going to get like Strip Mine? Are they going to get another removal spell? I mean, if I can get Elspeth down, I should be able to run away with the game. I need action. If this mod deck can live and I can get a Skull Clamp, that'd be nice. Alright, what is this even? Just XX, where X equals number of lands. Can't be blocked. Okay, sure. Let's bauble you. Deluge. Okay, well, it's not great for me. You get a couple hits here. Oh, nice. Oh, okay. Actually is very helpful. So let's... I could actually... Caracas is pretty good, you know? You're right, you've convinced me. Caracas is pretty good, so let's just get rid of your thing too. All right, now we get to like start going off again. So we have between 3 and 4 mana. I think if I want to get Luris down, there's not a whole point. Maybe I just play the Spell Bomb and pass, and then next turn I can Elspeth into attack with Magza to make millions of mana with which I have nothing to do. Or maybe I'm just supposed to crack this. See if I can actually find more action. Mana is not currently my problem. Oh, Saheeli and Elspeth are on. Okay, so we could have potentially pretty big turn. Next turn, let's see if this Tolarian Academy survives. We also have Cradle as a backup. Alright, they did not play a strip. That is a little annoying here. I mean, we could potentially like Luris back the Spell Bomb and then get whatever we want from the bat back. Opponent has to be a little bit scared about what they're seeing here. I don't even know what they take. They probably take Elspeth. But we have still good things to do. What do you take here if you're the opponent? Let me know in the comments. They take the Luris. Okay, interesting. I guess because Luris can just Spell Bomb to get rid of the bat. Did I twist them back into the Mind Twist? Alright, Shieldred, Post Twist. Makes me feel a little bit better. Also, I can just kill Shieldred. Oh, I can kill both of those. That's pretty nice. How do I do this? So, I can also just bounce Shieldred. Is that better? So I can go bounce Shieldred with Caracas, Legion Intruder off red-blue, kill the Deep Cavern Bat, and then I give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana to play Elspeth, and then Magda makes 2 things. That's pretty decent. All right, so let's get rid of Shieldred real quick. Let's go get a Plains. Let's Legion Extruder here. This might actually just be a resignation from the opponent after all this stuff happens. And then we go artifact. Oh, we don't even have to sack a thing for all this stuff. That's crazy. Make some 1/1s, make some treasures. Yeah, and things are just getting worse and worse for my opponent here. I mean, now, like, Legion Extruder can turn treasures into 2 golems. Abomination's nice. Not that big of a deal, but can do some work getting it back. Sorry, what did they take? They took Saheeli. That's sad. And they took Soul Cauldron. They Soul Cauldron to disrupt my Lurrus? And I guess. Feels like there's bigger problems for them right now. Like, I can metamorph the Crabomination and then kill their Crabomination. Oh, geez. All right, so let's start with... Oh, no, I might want to kill it. All right, let's make a clamp. Then let's a metamorph on a Crabomination. I guess we could take the Bone Crusher Giant. Did we ever stomp? No, let's just make a Bone Crusher, I guess. And that's still waiting to interrupt my Lurrusing. Let's kill Crabomination. Yep. Let's just use some mana here. We'll sack treasure token, make a couple of golems. And now, I guess, I want to do any clamping here. I mean, how good are these 1/1s? Not really that good. Just play Cradle, activate Cradle, start clamping away 1/1s here. I mean, this is what the deck looks like when it's going off. All right. More clamping here. Play a map. I guess I want to clamp Magda. A little greedy. I mean, I could do it post-combat and then Lurrus it back. So I guess I'll play Lurrus. And then send Magda, make some tokens, plant Magda. Suplex. You can get rid of Soul Cauldron. It's not really a big deal right now, though. Let's just play Magda. And then Sega. I mean, we did a lot of things. It wasn't like super threatening or anything, but who's going to win the game if they don't have something big here? Deluge is pretty scary. Okay. All right. Well, we got round one. That was, I mean, you saw two different sides of how this deck can play well. There's probably some ways to see it play very poorly, which hopefully we can avoid in rounds 2 and 3. All right, catch you in round 2. All right, hello and welcome to round 2 with this tokeny, artifacty, Cradle Academy deck. We're looking at a pretty sketchy hand here. Opponent mulled to 6. I think I'm inclined to follow them. On the draw, if I hit a second land, I could go land, 2-drop artifact, and then kind of go off from there, but if I don't, then kind of just dead in the water. So let's mulligan. And then here, oh, man, this is where the mana base is kind of screwing me over. I think we can keep away the Cradle because we're so far away from using it, and then hope that we can hit a red pretty soon. If we can't, we're going to be in some trouble. But this deck can draw pretty bad hands. All right, so let's start, I guess, on Island. Probably doesn't make a huge difference between Island and Plane. If we enter a world where it makes a difference, then I think I've drawn pretty well at that point. Let's see. Okay, Mightstone and Stone. Yeah, this could be a slow and painful one. I guess if we draw an Expedition map next turn, we can warp Pinnacle Emissary, play map, make a 1/1, and then the following turn we have Academy. Otherwise, we're just playing Plains and just playing 3/2 lifelink. I mean, I guess. This at least will probably draw a removal spell. Okay, the One Ring is good. Opponent is going to be drawing a lot of cards. I mean, we're drawing lands. Not the right lands, but at least we're drawing lands. So we're one actual land away from casting Elspeth. And if I could play Elspeth and then untap and go like Pinnacle Emissary into Mightstone or Weakstone, we can kind of go off. But we'll see. The opponent's drawing a ton of cards. So the cards that they're drawing, if they can interact with our kind of synergy pieces, they can stop us from getting value. If they can't interact with our synergy pieces, really, we can fight what they're doing. The problem is they're holding up a bunch of blue mana. Oh, God, I forgot to make a thing. Damn. All right, well, let's equip here and attack. And then next turn, we'll at least have 5 mana, even if we missed a Pinnacle Emissary hit here. Are they going to Bounce Lure? So they're going to Waterbend it? No. Oh, Wandering Emperor. Oh, Absent. Okay, well, that's not the greatest for me. But at least I can start going like Elspeth into Mightstone. It looked like they were holding up Mana Drain or something there, which is going to be problematic. But like if they're drawing 3-4 cards per turn, I mean, can we really afford to try to play around counterspells? they're going to get to counter whatever they want, and eventually they're also going to have the mana to do stuff on top of it, so... Monolith, okay. They're still holding up Counterspell or a Drain. I guess I can Warp Emissary and then play Mightstone, and that at least gets me a token for Academying and Clamping. There's still a chance they just might want to counter this also. And if they counter this, I'll play Elspeth. Okay. Hopefully they don't have a Mana Tithe. Really sad if they have a Mana Tithe, but play Elspeth. Hopefully this sticks. If this sticks, I could get back in the game here. They have Force of Will. What are you going to do? All right. Okay, so we have a board presence now that's not going to be too easy for them to handle. We could even start clamping to get back in the game. Well, there's a chance we might just want to beat down. They're losing life to the ring. We could pressure their life total enough. We might win before they're able to use all these cards they've drawn. Oh, okay. Well, guess not. Yeah, it turns out the artifact decks trying to cast an Ugin do it a lot more easily with a mana drain than with a Magda, but here we are. Ugh. Alright, it's just everything's falling apart now. We might summon a Wheatstone to kill a Witch Enchanter. I guess we could still follow up with Magda. Do we draw two, or do we kill Witch Enchanter and try to beat down? Let's do this. I think we do this. How do we beat this? I mean, we got to pressure the life total, I think. Because they're losing more life to One Ring than they're gaining from Ugin. Theoretically. Wow. That's a lot of cards. They have some kind of like Thassa's Oracle win condition here. Or some kind of upheaval. Or maybe they're looking for something to reset the ring with. Our set is fine. They already got rid of my card draw. Into Island. Tapping Monolith. Play an artifact and start. Oh, there's a Time Twister. Okay, well. They're not decking anytime soon, that's for sure. Let's sacrifice some Magda tokens to a Legion Extruder if Magda survives. I feel like it's unlikely Magda's going to survive here. They just need to play an artifact, and then we can kill her. I mean, if they can miss on an artifact or two off of their Time Twister, that was probably always happening. Like, they had the deck I was trying to get. Oh, that's brutal. The Endstone. Can I get them to deck themselves? Oh, Thieving Skydivers. Interesting. I could steal the incubator token. I could steal the One Ring. If I steal the One Ring, that could potentially get me back in it. But then I'm under a clock. That's interesting. What if I try to steal the end stone? I'll do 6, 7, 8. Oh. This isn't on tap, right? I mean, I could take the... I mean, this is gonna, like, exile any permanents I play. Am I supposed to just try to... take the incubator token? That's interesting. Like, this One Ring's gonna kill him before long. I think I'm just gonna try to take the incubator token. Cancel. Oops, cancel. Okay, figure 1. This is a weird play. I mean, if they don't have some kind of Thassa's Oracle win condition, I'm gonna take that. And then I'm gonna Legion Extruder your face. This should be something sick. It just changed owners. Okay, you're down to 7. You can go up to 10 off Ugin. Tapping the One Ring again. Do they have a kitten or something to reset that One Ring? Classic One Ring metagame where you let the opponent draw as many cards as they want and hope they can kill themselves, or they don't have a way of preventing from killing themselves. It's like if I knew they had no way to get rid of the One Ring, I could have just... Then it'd be right to let them kill themselves. Oh, wow, they're spending 3. Is this the end stone? End stone, triggering Ugin, exiling what? Yep, there's the end zone. End zone. Alright, that's fine. Can't stop that from happening. Now, I mean, they also have to worry about decking. Unless they have Thassa's Oracle, which they very might well have. Yep, they're going to be drawing a lot of cards here. Oh, I get it. What is this targeting? I don't see a target. Whenever you trigger ability from moving out of the source onto the sack. Targeting thing. Oh, that's the same one from before? I don't get it. Oh, this one doesn't have a target. Wait, what? Oh, I don't know. I'm very confused. Cast Endstone, exile this, cast Petal, targeted nothing. I mean, they could have targeted my Legion Extruder. Right, it is red. Alright, I mean, I was expecting them to target the Legion Extruder, but if they didn't, then I might get more activations out of it. Here comes Witch Enchanter. What is this going to target? This might hit the Extruder. Yeah, so now we're going to use the Extruder, get a 3/3. And I'll have 2 3/3s to attack them with on our turn, unless they can do something else. I feel like I was supposed to have one fewer 3/3. Depending on what they were thinking there. Sacking Petal. What is this? Time Spiral. Okay, well, I don't think they're decking anytime soon. They're just going to keep doing things. But they do have to kill me before they die. Nice, I got a card back. They're out of mana. Oh no, they did it. Did they forget to untap? Or are they still resolving it? I mean, it looks like it resolved. Maybe they just forgot to untap. Oh, nope, there it is. Okay. Weird. Okay, Lotus Petal's back. It's fine. And the fact that we have some artifact threats is really helping with Ugin. How many times are they going to go through their whole deck before they find a way to win? I feel like if they had a Thassa's Oracle, they could have already won with it last turn, or this turn, before spiraling. Now what, are they going to Fractured Identity my Golem token? Taking more damage. Okay, Metamorph. Paying for Metamorph. That feels kind of crazy. I guess they're metamorphing a Witch Enchanter to kill another artifact, but I mean... Oh, they made a new One Ring. Oh, that's pretty smart. Okay. Yeah, that's good. And they probably just don't use this one, is my assumption. What happens if I draw Gut? Well, they have protection from everything. It's a little annoying. I mean, they're taking all the turn. I mean, is this going to come down to match clock? Well, it's certainly spinning a lot of wheels and not presenting much threat. Okay. Well, let's flip up this thing. Well, the Endstone's going to buy him back life too. That's obnoxious. I guess we hit Narset. Hope that works. So Healy doesn't really do anything here, right? I mean, I guess you could make this Phyrexian token into a 6/6. It's not really that relevant right now. Let's send both at Narset. Now we're like starting the game over in terms of our threats, but they still have just like infinity card draw and mana. And then you don't really want to lure us into Healy for no value when Ugin is just going to kill them. So maybe we wait for them to kind of play out some cards in their hand. Oh, they are using the One Ring. Okay. Well, I guess with the Endstone. Wow, what a combo. One Ring Endstone. Who would have thought? They still have to kill me before they run out of cards. This doesn't really kill me at all, right? It just draws more cards. They have to kill me before they run out of cards. And they have to worry about their match clock. Wan Shi Tong is a clock. Okay. That one's gone. It doesn't trigger Wan Shi Tong. Hey, stop. Alright, sorry about that, dog. 7 cards left. I mean, do they have another way to recycle? I guess they shuffled back a Time Twister, right? But if they Time Twister, I get cards, too. Well, it's certainly taking their time. Drawing more cards. They just love drawing all the cards. Three cards left. Get a Twister again. Discard some cards to hand size. You know, land's not great. Guess we'll play it. I mean, it's just like nothing really to do here. I guess we just. What is this thing gonna kill me? Crew 8. No, gonna kill me. I mean, there's a mild to moderate chance they deck themselves on accident with the Endstone. We're just gonna Twister first, okay? I mean, this gives me cards. Those cards save me is a question. Because we can go Pinnacle Emissary, Metamorph Pinnacle Emissary, Bubble, Jite Lens. We can make a ton of things. And then some number of them are going to be immune to Ugin. Oh, I can get rid of the Ugin, at least temporarily. So Spiral's gone and Twister's gone now. Thundertrap trainer's okay. Oh, they found a swords and a fractured identity. That's a little unfortunate. They're sorting this now. Okay. Take some amount of damage. Regain their life back. Alright. So we found mountain. Let's go flooded strand. Island. I made him another token. Maybe I should have done that in a different way. So we can go. How much mana do we have? We have 4, 5, 6, 7 pre-academy. We can go 3, 6. So this is going to be a 1 then. Play this for 1. Still an artifact. Play this. Always yield to Pinnacle Emissary. Make a Wan Shi Tong. And shuffle away your Ugin. What are they doing here? Absent on that. Okay, well, that's pretty good. We only get 1 token off of it. They make a bunch more tokens. Okay. Do we still get rid of the Ugin is the question. Oh, mana drain too? Okay. Well, I think I might just be dead here. Well, I guess we'll keep doing things. If I block here, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I still need a couple more creatures in play. We play this. Glimmer Lens. Makes a creature. Play Bauble. And then Academy taps for 3. We can Cheat first. No, we won't have the red. Alright, so we tap this for 3. Play Gut. Play Cheat and just, I guess, try to make my opponent use some time. I mean, this is still game 1. They have to win 2 more games at this pace. And there are like 8 minutes left on their clock. Replaying the One Ring. Okay. Legend Rule. I'm just dead to them attacking with all, so they should probably do that before they use much more time. I just want to keep finagling with triggers and everything. Let's more time going off their clock. Okay. Alright, we go to game 2. We saw their whole deck multiple times. Mana drain is the big issue, as is them ramping out a bunch of things before we're able to do something about it. We want to bring in like a Baleful Mastery or a Portal. Portal's pretty good against what they're doing. I mean, they could put it back into my deck with Absent, but that's about, or with Wang Shitong, but that's about it. I could Soul Cauldron to try to trim off their recursion through their whole deck, but I don't think that's really a thing. Play Wings of Abandon to try to permanently get rid of all their stuff. How easily can we play black? We have Scrubland, which we could find off of 2 different fetches, and we're already playing Darkslick Shores. What would we cut potentially? Like an Appa. I don't know how good Appa is here. Suplex is great. Fat-Abber's great. Victory's pretty good here. I don't know. Maybe we just stay with our main game plan. Does this have targets against them? It hits Wan Tong. And that's kind of it. Witch Enchanter and Wang Tong are the main targets off Ugin. Maybe we don't even play our Ugin. Maybe we play our Portal. And do we want Baleful Mastery or for Ugin or Wang Tong or something? Could have been Scrubland over a Plains. And then what would we take out for Baleful Mastery? About Luris. Opponent's not really killing our things so much as exiling them and shuffling them back. That being said, if he's not getting rid of Luris, then I can try to get value off of it. How important is that versus like Baleful Mastery on a Narset, potentially? I think I want to play the Mastery. I get rid of Appa. Appa on the opponent's end step to help against Mana Drain. Yeah, maybe we just do take out Luris, bring in Scrubland, take out Plains, and see if this is good enough. Alright, what do we have here? We have Skydiver. Basically it. Alright, we start with the Bauble. What are we trying to get to? Things that are important to get to probably need Bauble in play, although I can get, no, I could try to get like my red aggro stuff going. So let's see if we can Bauble into like a Magda. Workshop, okay. Workshop turn 1, very nice. Maybe if they don't do something soon, we could steal some of that mana. Okay, any Magdas? No, we do have a Talisman though, which will help with Skydivering next turn to maybe take a Talisman, which could help. Monolith's coming out. Okay, they have 4 cards. Decent bit of mana. We're going to take some of their mana away from them here. Pass with Kicker. Take their Talisman. This is 2. And I guess blue-black seems more relevant than blue-green. Sure. Okay. We slowed them down a little bit. Next turn we have access to Elspeth or Mightstone, Weakstone. Oh, they're gonna pedal out an Ugin. Yep, there he is. So now the question is, can this Elspeth threaten the Ugin fast enough? So I guess, I mean, can we play around? Do we need to play around days? I don't think Cradle's doing anything here. So let's play around days, and then hopefully he doesn't have an artifact in hand, or they don't have an artifact in hand. They do. Well, then we're going to be behind. Yeah, man, just ramping out that Ugin every game. The turn 3 Ugin off of Disruption too. Oh, no artifact. That's very, very handy for me. Because now we can, Time Twister Cradle. I don't know if we want to do that though, because we don't want to draw them into artifacts. Maybe we want to do 5 mana. We can Cradle 3, 4, 5. We can Mightstone and Weakstone. -5 here. Then we can. How quickly can we kill this Ugin? Making 2 1/1s is about the same as putting counters on these 1/1s this turn. Although we could Extruder and make a Golem, which seems like a little bit more of a threat there. So Extruder this. We take 2. Activate this. Sack this. Make 2 Golems. Put counters on everything. And now we attack Ugin. Okay. So even if they kill the Elspeth here, this is a big problem. Oh, this Elspeth Legion Extruder is sweet. How have I never done this before? Okay. If we kill this Ugin, I might want a Time Twister. Okay. That actually doesn't block anything. Oh, well then. Okay, let's send everything at Ugin. Let's say he Appas one of my tokens. Oh, they're only flying until end of turn. Yeah, let's. Do we want a Legion Extractor again? I think we actually do. Check this. Make all the tokens in the world. Send everything at Ugin. I just want him off the board. Beautiful. And now we can Twister. Loads of mana up. Hopefully they don't have a Hull Breacher. Didn't see one last game, and they went through their whole deck twice. Okay, great. And now we can play Magda. We can Bauble. We can play Jite. We can play Skull Clamp. We can Academy. We can Suplex. Their Talisman. Sure. Skull Clamp on the Magda. Play Mightstone and Weakstone again. Draw 2 cards. We can play Voice of Victory. We're worried about a Sunfall. Do we hold this stuff back for sunfall purposes. And we go Jite on a flyer. And skull clamp on a different flyer. And now we just pass. Okay. They have sunfall, we rebuild fairly quickly. If they don't, they're just dead. There's sunfall. Into Narset. Okay. Into the same fractured identity, okay. And now I think we want to. Which mana do we have for things? I think we want to bauble. Same fractured identity again, okay. Draw a card here. We go land. We go make some 1/1s. We go play a map. We play a. Wait, we tap this. Play a gut. Play a voice. I guess I should play voice first. Legion extruder. This map. Tap this. We skull clamp on a 1/1. Oh, I can't because of the Nissa or Narset, whatever. Oops. Okay. So I'll clamp on here in case they kill it. Okay. So we got a big board presence again. We're not really in any danger of dying. And they still have to win a match with 3 minutes some change left. This is certainly an epic battle. Okay. What are they metamorphing? Mightstone. Makes sense. Then what, killing Gut? We get to draw one card. Oh no, never mind. I put the wrong one on it. Yeah, I should have put the clamp on the Gut. Oh no, they're killing the voice. Oh no, they're drawing cards. Okay. What are they looking for? Time spirals? Something. Okay, we get one card out of it. They got Sunfall back again. Wow. Pretty good draw. Are they going to activate the incubator token and kill Elspeth? Jeez. Am I going to lose this game? They had to rip Sunfall again, huh? And they have exactly enough for Elspeth to get in. Wow. That's... yeah. I got nothing now. Oh, I have something now. Can I play this? 4, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I guess so. Funnily enough, can't really do much with it, but I can play. I could just chill. I mean, I could play Talisman, but then I can't activate Extruder. So let's just chill. Fucking Portal didn't do anything, just killed a 7/7. This is instant speed, right? Well, it has to be now. Now in their end step, I can make a Extruder token and try to. Jeez. Okay. Yeah. And here we can say this. And we can send it at narset. And they have something. Cult Epiphany. Okay. And I can make another token and cheat it, and then that blocks his token. Oh, this gives me counters though. He blocks here, so not even that bad. Let me play this. Activate. Sacrifice this. Move equip onto here. And skull clamp onto here. Okay. I mean, they're still like pretty low on time. And I'm not in a ton of trouble. Feeling a little bit less confident than I was a minute ago. Absent on the token, yeah. So here I might use a Jite counter just to kill a spirit token. I almost feel like I'm going to sacrifice this portal to the extruder just because I need to like... Oh, tutor into Narset? No, you can't use Narset. Tutors for fractured identity. It's just on top. Okay. I mean, they just don't have enough time to win this, right? Okay, so let's... A lot more mana than I need. Let's equip Jite on here. Send it after Narset. Appa. Could eat the Appa? Airbending those two. That's interesting. Okay, so Narset's down. Get some more Jite counters. I feel like I don't want to give them Portal. So, I mean, I could do it next turn. You do it in response. Okay. So I'm not dead. I have 6 life in the bag. Fractured identity on the Jite. So let's gain 2 life. Gain 2 life. Gain 2 life. Okay, they can make their own Jite. They want to begin combat. They didn't equip anything. Coming in with everything. So let's cast Baleful Mastery on this. Red, white, blue. You can hit me for 3. Now they're going to end step. I think here I'm going to Legion Extruder. Still no creatures in the yard. I'm going to get rid of the portal. Now here we can go Mind Stone. Mana draining the Mind Stone. Okay. Well, let's Skull Clamp on one of these. I mean, they're just out of time. Alright, well. Opponent took all the game actions in the world and ran out of time, so can't really feel too badly about that. I did feel like I was likely to lose this game, but it's not that clear either. I can't draw cards? Oh, alright, well, I guess I'll see you in round 2, or in round 3. Alright, welcome to round 3 of this Vintage Cube match with my spicy little artifact / tokens brew. It was a grueling match too that we came up with a W on time. Not that we were trying to time them out, but they were taking infinity game actions, going through the deck multiple times, and I didn't particularly feel like conceding, so here we are. Alright, we're going to mulligan this. Hopefully we get a playable hand here. We got 2 lands, we got a Suplex, Legion Shooter. Yeah, it's playable. Let's keep this. We'll put Appa back. Hopefully we draw red. This hand is not doing a whole lot without red. Opponent on the turn 1 Thoughtseize? No, Barrow, Netherglyph. Alright, which one is this again? It's just a Tarmogoyf that can escape. Oh, Starting Town. Great. So let's Starting Town on red. Oh, I don't have to choose a color. I just pay life. Okay. So that's great. So we can exile the Netherglyph if we want. We could also Extruder it. Oh. I want to Extruder the Robber. Netherglyph's not achieving a whole lot here. Not going to achieve a whole lot next turn either. Unless they do some kind of malevolent rumbling or something of the sort. Opponent exiled my Jite. Well, that's not very nice. Let's Extruder here. Take out the Robber. Now they have a 1/2. We still have a Suplex. We could potentially play Saheeli, but we don't have a follow-up play to make tokens with yet. Saheeli Extruder will be nice if the Saheeli lives for a while, so we might want to slow roll the Saheeli, depending on what the board state looks like. It'd be great if I drew a Bauble. We can play Saheeli, Bauble. You can attack Saheeli for 1. Hopefully not more than that. And then we can untap and potentially do some nice things. No play? Little Jund aggro deck. I'm sure they have a 3-drop. Or Mana Vault. That's not exactly a 3-drop, but here we are. Okay, so what can happen here if we don't get rid of this Mana Vault? I mean, if they didn't do anything on 3, they're certainly going to do something on 6 or 7. So I do think we want to get rid of this Mana Vault. It's just like too risky to leave it around. And we'll leave up a blue for no particular reason. And if we could slow the game down enough, we should be able to... Uh-oh. Are they flashing something in? Or they're just floating mana for no reason? They are actually casting something. That's terrifying. Is it Kolaghan's Command? Kolaghan's Command would be a little painful. Yep, it is a K command. I feel like Shooter, buy back the robber. Yeah, now this Saheeli is less likely to survive. Maybe now we can draw some kind of 1-drop artifact here. We draw the Expedition map. Go Saheeli map. And then next turn, Cradle makes a mana. Was that my GT? Yeah, that was my GT. Okay. I think we just play Saheeli now. Can't really do nothing. Hopefully this Saheeli lives. If they're just going to equip GT, that doesn't kill Saheeli. And then maybe we can Mindstone or Mightstone, make a guy, and hopefully draw some gas. Kind of rough that they hit such a good card off Robber. They could have hit a land or something. They back up to 5 mana. This might give us a glimpse at what they had planned for that Mana Vault. Oh, they're exerting. That's probably a dead Saheeli. It's dragon of some sort? No, they would have haste already. Oh, a Desecrate. This is like a red-black discard deck. Okay, well, Saheeli's dead. I don't have a ton else. I guess I can kill Desecrix. Oh wait, they're all coming to me. Interesting. Okay. I don't hate that. So now we can go land, Lightstone, Weakstone, make a 1/1, kill Desecrax. And then do we stay alive at 2? Or do we stay alive at 1 here, or do we chump? Chumping doesn't seem great if we're gonna need Clap to get back in here. Because if we chump and we just draw land, then we're just dead on board. All they're doing is attacking with GT. Oh, they might kill a servo token anyway. But they might not. It also turns off my clamping outs anyway. Let's see, what are we looking to draw here? Is it deal with 2 threats? We could draw like a Pinnacle Emissary and play a clamp into a Cradle. We have some outs here, with or without jump blocking. Elspeth helps a little bit. Actually, if I take damage, I can't cast Elspeth. So maybe I am supposed to chump here. I think most of the lines that involve me winning involve making a bunch of servos, not sacking that one servo. Now if I draw Elspeth, that's actually an out to stay alive, and maybe even stabilize. Magda. Well, that's just gonna die. They make 2 things, and they both just die. Do they let me up here? Probably not, right? No. Yeah. They don't let me equip that. They're not going to let me equip here. All right. I think we just go next, right? There's nothing really we could do here. Or maybe we can get them to F6 here. We did not get them to F6. All right, sure. We on to game 2. Yeah, that was that was a lot of damage with not a lot of cards. Those aren't even the most aggressive of cards. We want to bring in Winds of Abandon. Containment Priest could be good against like Desecrex stuff. I think this Ugin is going to be a little slow. I think Oppo might be a little slow, although it's not bad. Maybe this Metamorph is a little, or Time Twister even. Yeah, I don't know that Time Twister's how we're getting back in this game. Let's cut that. We could bring in the Baleful Mastery or the Soul Cauldron. I don't think so. I think we just bring in the 2 cheap things that impact the board. Alright, this is an okay hand. Really use an Academy. Start with a Spell Bomb. We have Extruder and Suplex up to try to interact with their first couple of plays. Surveil Land helps. Put it on top. And they played a Petal. Okay. So I think here we just develop our mana base. Probably end up flooded stranding for an island. Magda has arrived. We would like to extruder that. So let's do so. And now on end step, do we cash in this Spell Bomb for a 3/3? I think we do. Because we're going to need to affect the board whether or not we're racing. This is test. Oh, Minskin Boo? Yikes. Okay, so we can try to do something here. We can send Boo away. But we can't exactly pressure the Minskin Boo. It's going to be another Boo next turn anyway. I want to make it 3/3 to attack Minskin Boo with. Ugh, that's just like 1 HP too much. I guess we can Spell Bomb the Boo on our turn. So then we're getting rid of the Talisman here. Get an island. Sack Talisman. Oh, Gut is great, actually. So that kills Minsk. And we probably just also kill Boo. Kill Boo. Play Gut. And let's kill Minsk. So this one is going to go at the opponent, and then this one is going to go at Minsk and Boo. Wow, that was a great draw. Now we're way ahead, and we still have a piece of interaction left. Okay. Also have a Cradle in case we draw something big. We sided out most of, but I guess we could draw an Elspeth. Elspeth would be insane, actually. Well, there goes Gut. Elspeth would be slightly less insane. Still happy to see her. Barrowglyph. That's a big Barrowglyph. Oh, well, we can just get rid of it. So we'll do that. Cast. Get rid of Barrowglyph. You can make a land. Hit you for 7, go. What are these draws? Pretty good ones. And opponent's at 8. They have 2 cards left. And I still have 2 threats and piece of interaction. Let's see what they can pull out here. Boltspan Dragon is nice, but it can't stop the skeleton token. Also, it wants to race. Interesting. Caracas is interesting. Doesn't really do anything here. I don't think I want to suplex the treasure token. What ways do I have to die? Minskin Boo's gone already. They didn't really they showed us the arena hasty land thing. They can't do it with a legendary. Are they going to find 7 damage off that? I don't think so. Let's get in for 7, bring them down to 1. And now, I mean, I can kill the treasure token. What does that even do? It stops an Atali? If they have like Arena of Glory Atali? I mean, I guess that's one way I could lose. They're trying to race me. You know what? I'm going to do this, and I hopefully I'm not going to regret it. But let's exile this. And oh, we had Caracas for Atali anyway. Oh, that was dumb. Okay. Well, I don't know. We'll see if this was stupid. They still need multiple ways to stop me from killing them. Opponent is just baffled by the fact that I would suplex a treasure token here. Okay. Do they have a burn spell for my skeleton crew? They do have the bolt. Okay. Now they're staying back. Alright, I guess we're just going to play 2/1 flyer. Give them 2 threats to deal with. We're both kind of top decking. That ain't it. What are they holding in hand? Are they holding blue spells? No. They're Jund deck. They could have had more green stuck in hand. Which is pretty funny if I took away, like, if they had a, you were actually dead by that suplex. Let's see if I'm still dead. Now they have that mana. Four, 5, 7. Is there an X spell? Oh, yeah. Well, I guess he has that anyway. Archon. Yeesh. Okay. I mean, I guess we sacrifice the Skydiver. Oh, they gain 3 life also. Cool. And there's Darkslick Shores. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. The Goldspan ramping into Archon was going to be hard to beat. Alright, well, got a little 2-in-1. The deck performed way above expectations in the games that it won, and about on expectations the games that it lost. I kind of knew that going in. It was a very awkward deck. Why do I have this view? Let's bring up a real view. So yeah, I mean, the deck was capable of doing really busted things with like the Tolarian Academy, Gaia's Cradle, tokeny things, but if the planets didn't align, it was just like a random assortment of crap, which just falls over to Goldspan and Archon, or just like infinite card draw and whatever. But hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in the next one.